Hi and welcome to Rockingham IT Solutions, where this morning we're evaluating the new Windows 8 which has just come out as a pre-release for customers to download. One of our regular customers, Ted, has asked us to pick up his old computer, download Windows 8 and install it for him and see how we go. So we'll just sort of log in and you'll see it's fairly basic at the moment. Whether or not Windows will change all this, I'm not sure. But it looks very similar to a tablet form. This is the new way that Windows wants to go, and it's more designed for touch screens and everything. So what we've got is sort of apps where, you know, we all know about apps with Apple and so on. And this is where sort of Windows is now meshing together for what customers want. And here you'll see Perth. And if we just sort of search for our location, which we're located on Dixon Road in Rockingham. So, oh, I spelled that wrong. So let's see if it just picks it up anyway. No search found. Rockingham. And there you go, it picks up on Dixon Road, Ennis Avenue, Dixon Road. So we'll come out of that. Other things that we have is the weather. Now, because the local sort of weather place to here, it's coming up as West Leaderville, and here you can see it's 66 degrees and clear. So obviously these are all apps that are pre-installed. Music is going along the same lines as iTunes. So, you know, is Windows trying to reinvent Apple at all? I don't know. Games, there's a few games that are pre-installed, like they always are on any edition of Windows. And here's your Solitaire, and it moves around all fluid. Oh, and the sound all works fine. I haven't installed any drivers. This is the first time that we've actually just started playing with this. Internet Explorer. So here we can pick up on Google and search for, let's go to News Perth. And even though it's running on an old computer, it's running fairly fast and looks fairly fluid. And if we look in the back end, we'll actually see that the, oh, there you go, there's sort of your typical Windows desktop, and we're just going to go into the drivers and see here that all the drivers for all the network, the sound, the video drivers, everything have been pre-installed. And this is just on an old dual core running 2 GB of RAM. So we can quickly switch between the tablet form and your old Windows desktop, where you can do new folders, rename them, do whatever you want for all your work. So there is a transition really over from the old Windows 7 to the new sort of Windows 8 tablet form, and you can stay in the old sort of if you want, or migrate more to the news. So it's a good way of doing it. And system info, we'll just have a look at system information. So here we go, yep, 2 GB of RAM on a dual core, and we're actually using 1 GB just to run Windows 8. So there's a good sort of benchmark for you. Really no less than 2 GB on an old system. So there you have it. This is the new pre-release Windows 8 for one of our customers, and we'll be sort of reporting back to them that it's running all fine, and they will most probably move up to this and evaluate it, because you can, I've installed this and we can use it now for a good 6 months, so you can evaluate it. There is no run out time for a very long time. So hopefully you've gained a little bit more insight into the new Windows 8, and we'll get back to you at a later date with some more reviews. Thanks very much for listening.